Oh, that's too funny. I got his hockey pants behind me. Oh, that's even better. Oh, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you find this. Oh, I was just listening to a sound healing, and it's kind of like, whoa, I could, just sitting here, I'm just like, why am I feeling this way? And I'm like, oh, I got the sound healing on. Oh, yes. Okay, come back into my body. Calgary Stampede is on. We have the parade going on right now, so downtown is all blocked. Banks are closed till I think noon. Because all police and all enforcement's, it's a very skeleton crew on the outskirts. So anything that's major and stuff like that, and banks are all closed, and that's just due to theft. So a lot of places don't open up right away. Uh, you can, I don't know if the mall might be open. Can't remember, but nobody's in the mall. Like honestly, like nobody. It's dead. Buses, LRT are going to be packed full. I think this is going to be an interesting stampede since it's Mercury retrograde, and then you got Jupiter and Leo. So it's going to be interesting. I think there's going to be a lot of frustration with people, and then there's going to be like just total exuberance on the other end with the energies as well. So if you're in Calgary, just take your time, have fun, and try not to overdo it. So on Monday, I'm going to be starting on my Patreon. So for all my Patreons over there, we're going to be starting a 21-day um, abundance experiment, and it's not, it's going to be fun. I want to do things. I don't have I'm like, what kind of props do I have? I don't even have any props, but because I was thinking like, oh, it'd be cool to have some props. I don't even know, but to do something there would be kind of a lot of fun. But it is what it is. So, couple things. I mean, I'm dedicated to these lives. I'm still here. Sometimes people show up, sometimes they don't. It's kind of funny. It's kind of sad too. I did reach 320 people. I think maybe 321. Yes. So my numbers are going up. Thank goodness. My goal is to get to over 1,000. Um, and I know I've heard, a lot of different content creators um, tell me, don't worry about the numbers. I don't worry about the numbers. And I look at their numbers. I'm just like, yeah, you don't worry about the numbers, but you're doing awfully well. So, we'll just let it go at that. And, oh, I think it's just my frustration sometimes of doing what I do. And I feel like sometimes there's a block. And I try to get through it. So I really have to take my time and go back and breathe, just breathe kind of thing. So, because my frustrations can get very heightened and I can get very overwhelmed at times. A lot of people don't realize that. Um, but I was writing in my journal, and it just, a lot of the frustrations, because things that you feel and very human, and um, it's, how do you, yeah, it's just a lot of frustrations with people, and with myself mainly, and and the obstacles that we are overcoming. Today, I guess there's supposed to be some kind of grocery tax coming out in Canada. We don't qualify. I'm just like, how the hell don't I qualify? But the thing is for a lot of times, and that's why we're doing the abundance thing, is like a lot of times you don't realize that there are different seasons for when you bring in your abundance. Hello, hello, hello. Don't qualify for the grocery tax that came out today. I guess there's a grocery tax that came out today, and it's one lump sum, and we don't, Steve and I don't qualify. So I got a guy who's on pension, but they base it on last year's. right? And I'm like, I didn't think I earned that much, but it was under 40,000, I think I earned last year, something like that. But they look at the joint income. So with his income that he got through getting pension and stuff, who exactly is getting it then? That is absolutely infuriating. I have no idea who's getting it. I thought, well, maybe if I, maybe it went into a separate, Steve's account, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. I don't know who got it and who qualified for it, but that's one of the thing is this experience that I'm, having is with the flow of abundance, because there's always a season, right? There's always a season for things. And hello, Blue Star. And of when the abundance comes in, and sometimes you don't really realize it. So last year with I worked till February in 2025. Oh, that was hell. Oh, I gotta say, it was closing up the store, and then I ended up going back working for them as a manager. But my thought as a manager is hoping that I didn't have to do as much lifting. But I basically closed down a whole store, and that was only a few months after my accident. And I really paid for it over the next couple months. And I didn't think I would go back to work. But then, of course, desperation hits you, right? Desperation hits of like, oh my God, I got to pay my bills. I got to do that. And I'm in that same kind of desperate or feeling of desperation, and I'm wanting to move out of it. I'm wanting to move out of that feeling of I have to do this. This is the only way that you can create. And I was just watching Leonie Dawson. If you don't know who she is, she's a crazy Aussie that I love. She's a CEO, she's a hippie, and she was riding around on her unicorn, one of those little unicorn, it's like a horse thing that kids would ride on, but hers is a unicorn. She's riding around being funny. And she goes, all rules are made up. All rules are made up. And I was just like, okay. And we know it's true. We know it's true. It's just, oh, you know, it's that belief that you have. Oh my goodness. Of all, that all of this is kind of made up. And letting that go. I was listening to somebody about licenses, right? I said to Jared this morning, I wish I wasn't so ethical. It's a good thing. It's a good thing, Candace, you and I can be ethical. There might be a lot of corpses. you know? Oh my God. And I find the thing is, if I do something that is, I don't know, get off the the slight track, it's like automatically it's like I'm the one who's like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, you can't be doing that, you get caught. It's like the um somebody else did the theft and you're left holding the bag kind of thing. It's like fuck me. It's like if I fudged on my taxes and I said I didn't earn whatever and I lied on it or whatever, you know, I probably would be getting that that $200. Ooh, but then at the end, is it really worth it? You know, what would I have done with it? Well, actually, I would have bought some groceries. That's probably what we would have done. We actually would have bought some groceries with it. But that's the whole thing. It's like you just okay, I gotta let it go. Breathe it out. Breathe it out. With everything. So it is. Ego loves control. Spirit is free. Oh God, ego does love the fucking control, doesn't it? It's so so true. It just it's the world. You get caught up in it, and just to let it go. And then when you try and let it go, you can get very angry and very frustrated, and just like, nah, this is stupid. And you get all of that frustration. Yesterday when the moon squared my sun, the moon squared my sun exactly, and I could just feel that overwhelmingness of energy that came in with that moon in Aquarius. I was just like, fuck. Because Aquarius energy, it's to me, I find Aquarius energy difficult. And and I think because it is a fixed sign, but it's ruled by Uranus. So and its co-ruler is Saturn. So Saturn, um being the time lord, but Saturn when he's in Aquarius, it's like that's his um that's the cabin. That's going out there. That's the cabin you go out to and you have your shrooms and you do your shit. That's what Saturn is in Uranus, right? It just brings in that crazy energies, and then you got Uranus where anything can happen, whatever you think could happen, probably won't, kind of thing, right? Need to question their emotions more. I'm sick and tired of the narrative. Where are we from victim and compassion to empowerment? Oh, I think people like to be in the victimhood too. And that's you know what? When you say that, Ken, it's funny because I feel like what am I going to try and say? Going back into, say, a muggle job. Like, I know one, I mean, I have a hard enough time walking the dog around the block without my lower back, like right now, if I go like this, oh, that feels good because it seizes up kind of thing, right? But then you get into that, well, I have to I think it feels like a victimhood and thinking that that's what I have to go back to, and then the guilt of feeling that, well, my body shouldn't be doing what my body should be doing, and then there's a guilt about my body feeling the way it's feeling, and that I shouldn't be feeling that way because I should be stronger and bolder and get out there and just do it kind of thing. Um, and I heard we're moving into the feminine now. I feel like the energies are all masculine. We're in really because it's all air and fire, and that's masculine. So it's very loud. It's very loud. Um, we're fire and want empowerment and yeah, and what stronger is what got you into this situation. Yeah, exactly. It's allowing yourself to embrace what's going on there and step into that enlightenment, and that enlightenment that is there for you. And it's a challenge. It's a challenge. Uh, you know, it feels masculine to me too, but I come off masculine. Yeah, so do I. We were at school. Oh, fuck school. Uh, Another brick in the wall. That was our theme song for when I graduated. It was Pink Floyd, "Another Brick in the Wall." Yeah, it's just that's exactly it. You're another brick in the wall. But I feel like it is there is, and the thing is that coming out into an energy of spiritual masculine, and the spiritual masculine is one that is empowered, that is loud, that is curious, wants to get out there, wants to explore. The feminine energy, or the divine feminine energy, allows for the masculine to be that. The feminine energy that is coming out at this time, and I was watching Steve's watching the World Cup, right? So a commercial came on about the Blue Jays. And it's funny because you don't think anything of it, but everything's psychological, right? And I always have to take things apart. And there's a woman there and a man, and they're watching the Blue Jay, and she wants to make a bet. So some app comes up about making a bet, right? And it, like, the energy sort of went over to her to be the masculine in it, just in it, and he sort of sat there kind of mousy like, And then she went to go do a high five to the app, and then she goes, "Oh, right, you don't have hands." And he goes, "Oh, I don't have hands," kind of thing. Very, it was very interesting to watch because I'm just like, okay, it's like it felt like they were taking that masculine energy and then they're putting it on the woman. Like she has to be, look at her, she's into the sports and she's gambling, and those are some of the attributes that a lot of times the you put onto the masculine. Guys like sports, they like to gamble, blah blah blah. Not saying women don't, but just the way that they put it out there made it look very, I'm gonna say, yeah, demoralizing kind of thing. um and in that demoralizing energy of it, and we see it in different levels. Like you're seeing it in commercials, and you're seeing it because women have to be empowered, women can do it all on their own. And as a society, as a community, we need the men and we need the women, and we need a man in order to have a baby. Yes, the woman can grow the baby, but she still needs a freaking sperm to fertilize it. Even if you artificially inseminate, whatever, use the turkey baster, you still need the sperm. You'll need it from somewhere, you know. So I feel like there's this energy that's coming in too, and that's where the negative or the evil is, that wants to separate, right? And that's where the thing is, how I was raised and what I learned even through my time is that the evil cannot control the mind, but they can control your illusions, right? And so the evil controlling your illusions. So that's where your worry and everything comes in. That's where separation can come in. That's where when you start thinking the worst case scenarios in the future, right? That's where it can start to slip in. It can control that, right? All these early 2000 spiritual buzzwords. you know, this is where this energy comes in. And it's really strong because it's actually coming out there more so than before. So a lot's coming out more in a lot of people's illusions and causing that separation. So and that's where your anxiety and stress and everything comes in, because you're worried about the past and you project it into your future and all that kind of crazy bullshit. So when I look, going back to my astrology, when I look at the astrology, I look at it as this type of architecture to work with and to design with, and how we are designing our walk and how we are designing our road. And the astrology is kind of like helping us with a roadmap. It's kind of like the blueprint of saying, okay, here it is, and here's the energy of this, and how do you want to work with this energy, how do you want to deal with this energy. And as we are dealing with the energies, it could be that it would be a time to sit back or a time to move forward, whatever it might feel like at that time. And today, the energies aren't that bad. I mean, I feel like the energies are not that bad, because today I feel like there's a lot of electricity and intuition and emotional recalibration. And the moon is moving through Aquarius. I think it was at 22 degrees when I last looked. And it's opposing Venus and Leo. And at first glance, an opposition can sometimes feel tense, but I feel like this one is surprisingly positive qualities after emotional intensity of the past few days. And the aspect gives us enough perspective to see where our energy actually belongs. And with Mars coming up to that conjunction in Uranus, this is the energy we are really watching now through to tomorrow. And don't expect life to unfold the way you planned. And that's the whole thing. Expect it to be a surprise for you. There's a lot of energy that's coming in that's going to surprise a lot of people. Tomorrow's also July the 4th. So it's the United States 250th birthday. You can ignore it, but I mean it is that energy is going up into the cosmos, right? We're going to feel it. Who is this person and are they a bot? I don't know. They could be. I'm just ignoring them. But they're Blue Star, could you stop writing so much, I guess? Or in block letters, in capital letters. So they could, if I get a bots are from China too. So that's what they're finding out. Anyways, off my topic. The energies, especially with the states being 250 years and Mars and Uranus conjunct, this is going to be, I think, a very, there's going to be, there's a Mercury retrograde. I don't think everything's going to go as planned, and it's in Cancer. Both the United States and Canada are Cancer energies. So that's why a lot of people stay at home. They're the home. A lot of things are celebrated at home. People don't usually travel away from home, and so there is this energy that's bringing in a lot of, I think, confusion, but unexpected surprises can come up, and very explosive. And this is also with Jupiter and Leo. It's like, here's the big heart, here's the expansion, right? And it wants the expansion. It wants to be out there, to be bold, to be loud, right? This isn't a shy type of energy that's coming in. It's a very bold one. It is one that's saying that if you want to paint your house yellow and green, paint your house yellow and green. It's like it's this boldness that's coming out of saying, allowing yourself to make or be the statement, right? Um, mine is bold or loud. And that's where it's allowing yourself to be in it and embrace it, right? With all of this. So I feel like the beautiful thing about with Uranus is that it rarely arrives where you're looking. And it shows up through the unexpected conversation, the sudden realization, the opportunity you weren't planning for, or the door you didn't expect to open and it now does, and it exists. There it is. There's the opportunity. So it's turning up the heat or cool it down. The Aquarius moon opposing Venus, I feel, is really looking at um where you should add more energy, and where it is time to stop focusing on something that isn't giving you anything back. So if something's not giving you back, just let it go. Some parts of life have become too cold, too disconnected, too quiet, too neglected, right? And other areas have consumed enormous. And I feel like I'm in that energy that has consumed so much, right? And the energy bringing energy without happiness or progress or alignment, excuse me. It's time to stop pouring that fuel into that fire. So it's looking at a new type of fire for yourself, a new type of passion for yourself. And Jupiter is in Leo, is like life asking you to bring more into your heart, like more creativity and visibility and authenticity. It's allowing yourself to dance. It's allowing yourself to get out there and be. And it doesn't mean, because I know your energy count, it doesn't mean like, oh, let's go down to the Calgary Stampede. No, what I see for you is like almost to get out there and, I don't know, be by the stream and, be that wild creative person that you want to be. It's like taking your got like an easel and your drawings and stuff like that, and just go and create. Go and make it messy. Go finger paint kind of thing. Allowing yourself to bring that creativity and that funness into your life the way that you want to bring it, not the way anybody else wants to bring it. And I feel like that's really where the energy is. The energy is saying, let's bring it in. Let's allow ourselves to bring forth this newness into our life in a way that fuck anybody else, right? Down by the river and in the woods with the dog. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, that connection, that energy, that bringing that around, it's like now I got the fucking fairies coming in. So bringing that energy with the fairies and all of that, you know, and coming into that groundedness is the beauty of it all. There's a lot I feel like, and since CERN turned, a lot of people online are saying that they're finding the energies are, it's like a calmness. I couldn't imagine living around that energy. That would be so messed up, right? And just so messed up. But the day feels like the day. Like it feels like it's 9 o'clock. And I feel like time has slowed down. It's weird. At first I was like, okay, did it really slow down? Is this really true? What's going on? But it does. It feels like it has slowed down. And, where 24 hours is 24 hours. So, how this is coming about is interesting. Last night I was picking up on frequencies, and it was the cause of the rise in anxiety. Yeah. Oh no, I felt, yeah, the anxiety was there. I know I felt the anxiety too. Man-made frequencies, definitely. Oh, definitely. Even, I mean, you just see the frequency, you just see what just happened in Venezuela. And now they're having some kind of weird red light thing going on in the sky. And so craziness that's going on there. Um, and I just feel like it's just another type of takeover. But and then they have what was I reading about? Explosive diarrhea. And it's funny because I've talked to a couple people who had some kind of intestinal thing happen, like a virus or whatever, and they had crazy explosive diarrhea. Now that's supposed to be something that's happening for people over the summertime, and I'm just like, all right. So make sure that and it's from some kind of parasite or something. If you can get ivermectin, ivermectin's very difficult to get in Canada. But if you can have that, I think that that would save you if for anything or any infections and stuff that are coming up, to have that. I've been trying to get my hands on some, but most people, well, what are you? I have the window open and something came in. It's a fly. Um, I thought it was something else. Ivermectin. They lose weight. I know, it's just like, "Ooh, well, maybe." Probably did, but, I think if people can get a hold of some ivermectin, right? Yeah, it could be good just to call clean out. Some have gone to hospital because they have dehydration and stuff, so keeping your electrolytes and everything up. This is where cooking your own food, eating at home, knowing where your water source is another one too. Water is a really big one. Um, and your water source. I know a lot of people have gotten what is it? The burqa um type of energy. So this is for the filtration and everything. I think we're pretty good here in Canada, like in like Calgary, anyways, Okotoks too. Pretty good for our water sources. We're not as bad as what the states are. And I think a lot that's coming through too, and a lot of information about all these AI things that are coming in, or AI. Oh, you get spring water, nice. Um, AI warehouses and stuff. A lot they're finding that it's actually, bots from China. So that was interesting because the states don't really buy into bots. So a lot of that of what they're saying about all these things popping up all over, and that's because China's building them themselves. So they don't want the United States building or anybody else building them. So I found that quite interesting as well. So there's a lot. That's the whole thing. It's like that's why you got to get out of that, the sort of that frequency, that energy, and come into, go into the woods. Go, you know, pick up a hobby. Start knitting, start doing something, that is more in alignment. I've been watching this 1940s woman, 1940s woman, but a woman who loves the 40s and some of the 50s and stuff. She's from England, and just the simplicity of making your life more simple. And now she's a full-time content creator because she's built up her audience and everything and stuff. But just the simplicity, like her and her boyfriend, they decided to go on a 1940s date. It was so cute. And they found a little tea house, and then they went to go watch, and they found like they just in England, they went to this little town, and it still had the steam engine. I think it was in the Coxwell. Um, but just very cute, very simple. And a lot of times what they'll do instead of going out, to a fancy restaurant, they will pack a picnic lunch and stuff like that. And then they'll have everything like they'll have like their cider or their wine and stuff like that. And then she brings a thermos of tea and she goes, you can make it as elaborate as you want, or you can make it, as simple. She goes, they did one where it was quite elaborate and they brought out the fine china and everything in the picnic basket and everything. And she goes, it was nice, right? Because we forget on how to do these types of things, how to just enjoy the simplicity of it all. People are so into like there's YouTubes now on what's the latest at Dollarama, right? Dollarama, what's the latest? What's the latest trend, right? And everybody will change, a lot of people are changing their decor just to be in the latest trend. Like Christmas was Ralph Lauren or something like that. So you saw a lot of tartan and everything. And now it's I don't know what it is. Was it pineapples? I have no idea. But the trends, whatever the trend is, and getting into the trend. And then if you don't get into the trend, it's that the FOMO effect, the fear of missing out. And I'm just like, okay, you look back at the nostalgic of things that people had, say from the 40s or the 50s. It was like, it was the 50s that things really started to change. People started to, because they had money, so they wanted to buy the new and the latest gadgets and everything. But you look at a lot of homes, they look very they're timeless, the things that they had were timeless because they're passed down, right? I do the opposite of trends. I don't like anything that, yeah, I'm definitely not a trendy person. Just to move away from that. It's like, why do I want to, um, why do I want to follow that kind of energy? It's not conducive to who I am and my vibration. It's just going to bring me down. So why am I going to do something that's going to bring me down? I want to do more things that are going to lift me up. Hence my $5 experiment that I'm doing, on Patreon. And it's just something that I felt like, okay, I got to do this and yet try and create abundance. I think I have 2 followers. 2 followers, but that's okay. I have 320 followers on YouTube. And then on TikTok, what is it on TikTok? I don't know. I think I have 2,000 followers, but they're all perverted men. Um it's like, okay, nobody out there on TikTok is like, oh, I had Elon Musk the other day start following me. And then I think I had Prince Charles. And then I had Prince Hussein who wants to to gift me so many gifts because I am so beautiful. I'm just like, okay, you guys are all in your mother's basement, aren't you? Like, it is hilarious. I just delete them all, because it's not, you're not getting anybody that's truthful, like coming in, that really wants to follow you for following you kind of thing. So same with my Facebook now. I think my Facebook, let me, how many people? I don't even know. Hang on. Let's go to the homepage. This one, oh, 356 followers and 78 following. So I have 78 people following and 356 followers. I don't even have that much on on my business page anymore. So that's pretty crazy. And then half the time on those pages is like, you're getting all these stupid ads and other stuff coming up on you don't, so it's like I post. And the crazy thing is that my son only sees the crazy posts I post. He doesn't comment on the other posts I do. It's just the crazy shit I post. Mom, why did you do that? Because it was fun. Just to see how people will react. But I feel that Mars and Uranus alignment, I am actually like, bring it on. Bring on whatever craziness you can bring on. And this is where the turbulent, but today's, it's always for your highest good. Like Uranus is for the highest good. And I feel with that, Mars and Uranus are working beautifully with Pluto and Neptune. So it's giving us intuition and practical breakthroughs. So this isn't about overthinking, but if people will overthink. It's about noticing what's right in front of you. And if it aligns to you, yes. Does it feel forced? No. Your body usually knows, before the mind can catch up. So, hand on the heart, hand on the solar plexus, because sometimes the universe just whispers, sometimes it kicks the door, right? And with Mercury retrograde, the experience first, understand later, and especially in Cancer. Mercury retrograde in Cancer is like, ah. So it just reminds you is that not everything makes sense. You know, Immediately we're tempted to lead with emotion, but with this retrograde, it's asking us to experience life first. So get out there and experience life. South Node Virgo can tempt us into overthinking, worrying, and I think that's where a lot of the stress and stuff come in. And with a lot of the energies that are coming in that are man-made, I feel like that South Node in Virgo can amplify whatever is out there and just make it crazier, you know? So watching what's happening with inside yourself and be aware of it. That's why yesterday when I posted that one video, I looked right away. I said, "No, something just moved. Something moved." I could feel it, like I knew, and it was, yeah, okay. The moon just moved right in, and as soon as it felt like as it was moving, and I'm a moon baby too with a Cancer rising. I could feel it coming up. I was like, "Whoa." And then anything else that's out there can just sort of filter in to amplify it even more and make you feel ungrounded. So awareness, I feel, is very good. To understand your architecture is very important too. So you're not trapped. You're simply being invited off the old track road. The North Node in Pisces asks you to expand your perspective and not get into the illusions. So there's multiple paths, multiple possibilities. Neptune's slowing down. Neptune's going to be going retrograde. I find when Neptune's retrograde, a lot of good things can happen because it doesn't always feel like you're in high tide. Right now, it's especially in Aries, it doesn't feel like things are just, constantly sparking off. So I feel like it is what you're protecting, still sacred, like looking at what is sacred to you and protecting that, and going forward with that. So overall, I feel like it's a good day. I think we just need to stay open, stay curious, and remember, alignment usually isn't hidden, and more often than not, it's already sitting right in front of you. So taking that abundance, taking that time, that happens to me every time with astrology. I don't like it. I know, I know. I don't like Neptune. I don't like any of them except for Venus. Oh, you just like the good stuff. You just want the pretty stuff. The pretty stuff. Yeah. No, Neptune is interesting. When he goes retrograde, I'm quite aware of it, of him going, retrograde. So it's interesting. Yeah, and that Mars Uranus, I mean, through today and tomorrow with that conjunction is really going to be interesting to see what pops up in the world and the things that unfold at this time. There's a lot of twists and folds and that are happening right now, and with Mercury retrograde, it's just taking your time. Give me the feel good. I had enough of feeling like uh yes. Yes, I agree. So, anyways, guys, have a fabulous day. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the energies. Embrace and open up and be prosperous and have a great one. So, follow me and subscribe. And if you're wanting to come over to Patreon, come on over to Patreon and follow me on Patreon as well. So, have a blessed one, everybody. And book in, have a one on one. Yeah. Bye bye.